So you guys ever catch yourself watching a review video of whatever the newest thing is that comes out, and you think to yourself, they are for sure not going to use that? Well, that's actually where this story starts. See, I had the exact reaction when this product came out, and then oddly enough, that company reached out and asked if I wanted to try out said product. Why the hell not? All the reviews that I had seen on this product all said that it was good, and it made me wonder what I was missing. And as it turns out, my initial response to this thing was absolutely incorrect. By the way, welcome back. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I really hope you guys enjoy the video. So what product am I talking about? I'm talking about the CMO kit from Accsoon. Accsoon. However you say it soon. Jesus Christ. All right, so if you're new to shooting video or you just haven't heard of this thing yet, this basically gives you the ability to turn your smartphone into an external monitor for your camera. And when it comes to shooting video, that is pretty much a necessity. Not only does this allow you to view your image on a larger screen, but it also comes jam-packed with a bunch of features that you would normally find on way more expensive monitors, like focus peaking and false colors and a bunch of other cool stuff that we'll talk about later. So when I first got into shooting video, one of the first things I bought was an external monitor, and it was actually this external monitor. And let me tell you, this thing was terrible. Had a built-in battery that lasted all of about 5 minutes, and it was unusable outside because the screen was so dim. And on top of that, this little turd was not cheap. And that's one of the places where this thing really shines. If you're new to shooting video and you need an external monitor, it gives you that ability and also gives you access to a bunch of features that you would normally find on more expensive monitors at a fraction of the price. And this little thing even has a couple tricks up its sleeve, and it gives you the ability to do some of the things that those bigger monitors can't. Alright, so real fast going over everything you get in the kit. Obviously, first and foremost, you get the manual, then you also get the unit itself, which takes NPF batteries, has a full-size HDMI port, a USB-C video out, and also a 5-volt out. Then you also get a little cold shoe mount, and it comes with 2 different cables, one being USB-C to Lightning and the other being USB-C to USB-C. And then you get your handy dandy little Allen key, which I am sure you probably already have 500 of. And that's everything you get in the kit. The only thing you'll need extra is your phone and a NPF style battery, and then you'll be good to go. So I think the main reason why I was initially unsure of this thing was based solely off of me thinking of it as just another external monitor. When in reality, there are a bunch of other reasons why you would want to think about picking one of these up. Obviously, if you're new to filmmaking and you don't have an external monitor yet, this thing is definitely a no-brainer. But you can also hook this thing up to an iPad, and that gives you a much larger monitor. And then on top of that, you just have the size difference. This thing takes up a lot less room than your normal external monitor setup does. So if you're a run and gun type shooter, or you're just planning a long backpacking trip and you want to pack as light as possible, this thing is going to make a big difference. And then like I said at the beginning, this thing still offers all of the same features that you would be used to getting on a more expensive external monitor. So speaking of features, what can this little bad boy actually do? Well, I'm glad you asked. So before you can actually use your CMO, you need to download the Accsoon C app, and that's what allows this whole thing to work. And getting right into it, you have your histogram, but more importantly than that, you have your waveforms. And this is a crucial tool for checking your exposure. Then moving right down the line, you have focus peaking. And if you're shooting on a Lumix camera like I am, then you know how important this is for making sure your subject is actually in focus. And after that, you have your looks, which allows you to upload a LUT so you can get a better sense of what your final image might look like. And this is also super important if you're shooting in log, because it allows you to upload a conversion LUT to bring back some of that contrast in your image. And then you have your zebras, which will help show you if any of your highlights are getting close to clipping. And then we have one of my personal favorites, which is false color. And I cannot express to you guys how important this is for checking to make sure that none of your image is too bright or too dark. And this also helps a lot with setting exposure for skin tones, which can be a little bit tricky sometimes. So make sure you're using your false colors. Then audio will pull up your audio levels on the side of the screen so you can monitor where they're at. And next you have your frame markers, which can be a huge help if you plan on exporting your final project in a different aspect ratio. Then distortion will allow you to de-squeeze your image if you're shooting on anamorphic lenses. Grids will give you your normal grid layout to help with composition. And then you have overlays, which is a really cool feature that allows you to take a screen grab of whatever you're shooting and then overlay it on top of your image. And this can be a godsend when it comes to trying to line up one shot with the next. And then on top of giving you access to all those really cool features, the CMO will also allow you to record 1080p footage simultaneously directly to your phone. So you can have separate footage for social media or to send to clients directly on your phone without having to transfer anything. And that's one feature that you would be hard pressed to find on most external monitors. And as if that was not enough, the CMO also lets you live stream directly through your phone's Wi-Fi connection. So you can have the better image quality from your camera with the portability of being able to live stream right through your phone. And this isn't something that I will personally be taking advantage of, or at least not right now, but I thought it was really cool that Accsoon threw that in there. All right, so touching real quickly on build quality of this little thing. It is about what you would expect. It's all made out of plastic, but it is like a composite plastic and it does seem pretty stout. So hopefully it will last quite a while. The little cold shoe mount that they give you is actually really nice. It's all metal, and most importantly, it doesn't sag when you have your phone in it. So that is a big plus. And then also one other thing that's super nice is the cables. All the cables that you get are nice and braided with these metal end caps, so those should hold up for quite a while as well. The one thing that I do worry about is these little teeth on the inside of this mechanism. I hope that they don't break off over time, but only time will tell. And I do really like this feature where you can lock this open and then put your phone in there one-handed, and when it hits that button, it grabs it. So that is a really nice feature. I just hope that those teeth don't break off. But all in all, I think for the price you pay, it is actually built pretty well. Like I said, only time will tell. And that's a little bit on the build quality. Alright, so some final thoughts on this little guy. So if you're a run and gun type shooter, or you're just starting to shoot video and you want to upgrade over the little flippy screen on your camera, then the CMO by Accsoon might be for you. Really, the only thing I wish this could do is have the ability to broadcast the video signal over Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, so you could use this without having your phone plugged into it. But that kind of steps on the toes of some of their other products, so I understand why they didn't throw that in there, and that also would have probably bumped up the cost. And speaking of cost, I really do think for $179, this is the best bang for your buck option when it comes to getting an external monitor. Oh, and one thing that I forgot to mention earlier is that this thing can actually break in half, so you can then attach it to the iPad cage that Accsoon also sells, which is pretty handy. All right, that's all I got. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. It means the world to me, and I truly appreciate all the support. So thank you. And please go out and comment something nice on somebody's video. It only takes a second, and it can make somebody's day or their week or their month so much better. So don't forget to leave somebody a nice comment. And with that being said, don't forget to enjoy all of life's random realities, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye bye now.